Hey, personalization is a keystone in delivering relevant and resonating content to the users that gives you higher engagement rate and conversion rate. When I say personalization, it's not just by name or saying hey Peter or something like that. It's far beyond that. Based on the user's behavior, you personalize them, giving them what they want and when they want, and in very much needed situations. So that's the level of personalization I'm talking about. So how do you do that? Basically, a customer data platform, a CDP, will help you leverage your first party data and will help you personalize the user's experience across ads and emails. So let's see how in the current era, personalizing the user experience is very much difficult for marketers because of a lot of issues. This is where a customer data platform will come in, wherein it will provide you a solution to move ahead and leverage your complete data to the maximum extent, where you can personalize your user's experience at scale across ad platforms and emails. Let's see how it's done. The primary roadblock to personalization is the data privacy concerns. So, GDPR, HIPAA, California CCPA, all of these laws have brought in regulations which will make marketers difficult to collect the data. In line with that, Apple has launched iOS 14 back then and then iOS 17 recently, which is making apps to track the user data across the apps so that the user data is not collected, therefore they cannot use the data for personalization. In line with that, you might also know recently Google Chrome has announced the deprecation of third-party cookies by 2024, and Safari and Firefox have long back deprecated third-party cookies. So without third-party cookies, it literally becomes almost impossible to collect this users data and use it for personalization. Now, uh, apart from data privacy concerns, you also have something called consent mode, which recently came up, where you can't even use users data for ad personalization. You need to collect the parameter for ad underscore personalization as consent denied or granted, and then only if it is consent granted, then you can use it for personalization. So all of these data privacy concerns are there, where you can't personalize for the users. And then you can also see that data silos, even if you, let's say, you have data, the data is spread across multiple tools. Like CRM has some data, subscription systems have some data, your in-store has some data, your customer support team has some data for the same user. So when the data is spread across this, you don't know which stage or where your customer's journey is. So when you're sending irrelevant messages, that will be like a completely opposite to personalization, I would call. So this is what is the not having a streamlined omnichannel marketing, where you send different message to the same user, which is irrelevant and completely not at all personal to the user, which will make the user irritated. And not just that, if you have to personalize at scale, like let's say for all your website visitors, you want to do something like for someone who viewed a certain product, you want to personalize something to them. It becomes really difficult to personalize at scale without a certain tech stack. So let's see how we can overcome all these roadblocks like that are there for personalizing the user's experience. So, a customer data platform can help you overcome all these roadblocks that we just discussed. So, starting with again data collection. When you're choosing a customer data platform, you'll be able to leverage your first party data to the maximum extent and streamline all your efforts to personalize a user's experience at scale, as I was telling you earlier. So, how does that work? So, a customer data platform will help you collect the data in compliance with data privacy regulations. It will help you unify the data. It will help you use identity graph technology to create a comprehensive 360-degree view and then segment the audience based on their behavior and demographics or anything else. And then finally, activate that data of the users across channels such as Meta ads, Google ads, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, emails. You think of it, you can just send the data there and activate it. So let's break down each thing one by one and see how to leverage how a customer data platform helps in personalizing your user's experience. Let's start with data collection in compliance with data privacy laws with complete user privacy. So, primarily, a customer data platform will allow you to leverage first party domain tracking on the server side. With first party domain tracking on the server side, you will be the one who will be tracking your entire user's journey using your own domain by using a cookie generated for each user, which is a lifetime cookie with an extended data storage, which stores all the user data and will keep on appending users information to help you give a complete comprehensive like you for the entire customer journey. Now, along with that, it will also help you collect the user's data with consent parameters like consent for the ad personalization or using it for Google Ads or whatever. So all of this will help you, with a complete customer journey along with the consent parameters. Now, CDP will also offer you a space, a system which lets you integrate all your data into one single platform or one single place. Like for example, let's say you have your data, customer data in CRM, bring it that. You have your like your data in subscription system like ChargeBee, bring that data. People purchase from your store offline, bring that. You have attended an event, you collected some data over there in that event, upload a CSV file into a CDP. So like this, think of a source, you can integrate it. So that way a customer data platform acts as a one single source of truth for all your data in one single place. It's not just that. So when I said about consent mode, let me emphasize a little more on this. If you're running ads in the economic area of Europe, the EEA, to run Google ads especially, Google recommends you need to collect users' consent for ads underscore storage, ad underscore personalization, analytics underscore storage, ad underscore user underscore data. You need to convey this data details to Google Ads based on the consent it will be using. Now, a note here, a CDP like Customer Lab CDP will help you assign consent parameters not just for online data but also for the offline data. So that's something you need to keep in mind. Now, let's move on to the next part of what a customer data platform does to help you personalize your user experience. We're done with data collection. Now, what we'll do with the collected data? So once you collect the data, a customer data platform will unify all the data into one single place. Like as I told you, right? You'll bring the data from CRM, subscription system, in-store, offline, everywhere. You'll get the data into the CDP, unify it. Let's say Gautam has certain parameters in CRM, he has certain parameters in customer subscription system, he has some parameters in the customer support. Now, a CDP will bring in all this data into one single thing and will prepare a complete profile for Gautam. It will use identity graph, identity resolution using all the external IDs, parameters, etc., and give a complete journey of Gautam in one single place, which helps you avoid data silos and have one single source of truth. So all the touch points that the customer has will be present here in this. The crucial part in personalization using a CDP lies with the audience segmentation. So, the better the audience segmentation option that you have, the hyper personalization, the better way you can do it for the users. So, based on micro conversions, you can segment the users. For example, let's say viewed the page in the last 45 days or 60 days. If he has viewed a certain page, that means he is interested. So you can personalize based on which page they viewed, which category they've used in the last 45 days or 60 days or 180 days. It's up to you. Now, next, a product viewed multiple times, let's say more than two times or three times, that shows the user is interested in that in buying that product. Now, let's say some people have added a product to a wish list but did not buy. So that is also another segment that you can use. You can use added to cart in the last 60 days, 90 days, or 180 days, but did not purchase. That also shows some interest, which user did not, added to cart but did not buy for various reasons. So you can use that, segment those users and personalize experience for them. Now, removed from cart. So you can also have the segment. This is because sometimes people remove from cart just because the cart, the product is overpriced or some other reason, whatever reason might be there. So you can, segment these audience separately and personalize it to them, like the messaging in the later stage. We'll talk about it. The same product purchased multiple times is also an indication that the user is interested in buying that product again and again. So you can see the frequency and all, and you can formulate your own strategies based on that. Now, one more advanced thing that you can do with the customer data platform is segmenting the users based on the higher order value. Let's say someone has purchased, has an order value of, let's say, around more than $2,000. You can segment them, or less than. You can also segment low value also, less than $1,000 or less than $500. You can segment them separately. Not just this, you can also go a step further and you can segment the users based on their lifetime value, and completely have a proper framework on how to personalize for these segment of audience. Now, let's see how the segmentation goes for a SaaS business. So what we do here at Custom Labs is the same thing. Look, so what we do is we will be segmenting people who viewed the high intent page in the last 45 days, 60 days, and all. So we'll be segmenting people who have clicked on the demo, book a demo button, but then did not purchase the product in in the next 14 days or 28 days or 45 days or beyond, a certain sales cycle. And people who click on trial sign up but did not finish off the purchase, did not buy the product at the end of the trial period, or after a month, or after 45 days. Now, not just this, we also segment all the leads that are in a specific stage in the CRM, and you can also segment people who have read specific high intent blog. Let's say one of the blog which convert anonymous website visitors, or activate anonymous website visitors. That certain blog has multiple, like more number of high intent users. Then I can segment audience who has visited and read that blog very specifically. Now, we can also segment users with high subscription value, like let's say who's having subscription value of more than $5,000. You can segment them separately. Similarly, you can also segment high customer value also. Okay, now segmentation is fine. You'll create all hyper personalized segments and very advanced audience segmentation I spoke about. Now, what is the use of that? How do you put it to use? So here comes customer data activation using the CDP across marketing platforms and advertising platforms. So first, let's say you already segmented the user data. Now, all this first party audience data, you need these segments that you created. You need to pump it to ad platforms to offer these segments a personalized messaging, a personalized way of things. For example, let's say I told you about how I will be segmenting the users who have read activate anonymous website visitors blog, but let's say for some reason they did not convert. Now I'll be retargeting them, those segment of audience, with an ad using the messaging that is relevant to the blog. So that way, them again connecting with that ad will be higher. So we'll be sending this data to ad platform to identify that user and retarget them. It's not just about retargeting. With the advanced AI driven campaigns like Performance Max or Advantage Shopping campaigns in Meta, so what you do is you train these algorithms using this first party data. You send these audience segments. The algorithm will learn on these audience segments, saying that these are the high intent audience, and it will try to find relevant customers at a lower price because you already giving it high quality audience data, which is the first party audience data, who are very much high intent. So it will obviously try to learn on your data and try to expand its audience net in that same direction. So retargeting is done with personalized messages across Google Ads, Meta Ads, LinkedIn Ads, and training the ad algorithms to find new customers is also done. This way, you will actually, one thing is improve your ROAS. We'll talk about the benefits later, but yeah, just for a hint, you'll improve your ROAS, you'll reduce your customer acquisition cost, or you can also reduce your new customer acquisition cost, and you can train the ad algorithms in the right way to optimize your campaign for all other benefits. And it just doesn't stop there. It's also moving into other things, like ad platforms is done. Now what about email and WhatsApp? So for known users, you can also, like, for users who have whose email ID and phone number you have, you can retarget them through email campaigns using personalized messages. You can contact them through WhatsApp using these personalized messaging. For example, let's say you segmented an audience who viewed a red shirt more than 3 times on your website but did not make a purchase in the last 45 days. So you'll send them an email telling them, hey, come back, we miss you. So this red shirt that you have been very much interested on is on a offer, or send them a coupon code, or do something, based on your business strategy, and you can activate that user, bring them back to the funnel, and increase your conversion rate. The same thing happens with the WhatsApp campaigns as well. So this is how you'll activate your customer data across marketing platforms. So what are the benefits of personalization using customer data platform? So primarily, you will be able to see your engagement rate with the users increases very much compared to before. You're not using When you're not using a CDP. Now you can also increase your click-through rate in your ads and open rates in emails or WhatsApp, because the user is very well already connected with your messaging. So you're personalizing it. You're not using some other new messaging which doesn't resonate with the users. So you can increase your click-through rates. Now once the user clicks in and comes in, you can also see that there's an increase in the conversion rates as well. All of these will lead to an increased ROAS and an increased revenue. So having a customer data platform for personalizing your ad campaigns or email campaigns is actually a win-on-win situation for you. So next, so all of those which I told you, not all the customer data platforms do that. So I'm here giving you a reason why you should choose Customer Labs Customer Data Platform or Custom Labs CDP. So number one, the primary USP is the anonymous website visitor activation through personalization across ad platforms. I can very well say that we patented this technology of activating anonymous website visitors. Therefore, we are the only ones who are pioneering it, and are able to get better match rates for anonymous website visitors across Google Ads and Meta Ads. So this is the primary benefit of why that you'll be getting if you're choosing Custom Lab CDP. And you'll have the lifetime cookie for extended data storage, because you're going with the first party domain tracking on server side. Because you're going on the server side tracking and in compliance with all the technically getting the consent from the users, you're also in compliant with HIPAA, GDPR, CCPA. So Custom Labs CDP is fully compliant with and in line with all these regulations like HIPAA, GDPR, CCP, and any other data privacy laws that might come up in future as well. So, in and all, finally, I would say Custom Lab CDP is your perfect partner for first party data ops, the future. Thank you. So, if you want to know more about first party data ops or Custom Lab CDP, you'll have the link below to join the community or book a demo with us. You also have our LinkedIn profile. Reach out to us and we'll be happy to help. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe for more such videos.